age, you gained your real culinary experience while helping your father in the family
Yes.
own Lebanese restaurant, kebabs and things. What motivated you to do so? Were you inspired by the culinary art, or did you grow to like it through practice?
When I was 15 years old, I didn't have a choice. So it's like, come, we're opening a restaurant, you're gonna work, okay? So, no, and finally I didn't know what was happening. Like my father was putting down decorations from our house and putting doors and building things. And I'm like, what's happening? I didn't know. And then one day we opened the restaurant. He's like, yalla, come, you have to help us. Okay. And then I started working in the restaurant. When you work in a restaurant, something happens to you that you never forget. It becomes part of who you are. And there is something that you have in a restaurant that you don't find anywhere else. Well, at least I didn't find anywhere else. The adrenaline. The way that you are giving of yourself through food, the way that you are sharing, it's something amazing. So this experience, 15, this experience stayed with me for a long time, and yeah, and this is why I came back to it finally. Yeah.
Your father, a professional photographer,
Yeah.
who became very famous in Lebanon in the
Yeah.
70s for his artistic portraitures, has been a great inspiration in your life.
Yes.
Can you tell us more about it?
Yeah.
As a photographer?
When I was 18, 19 years old, my father was like, come and work with me. I said, no, I don't want to work with you. I don't want to be you. I don't want to do anything that resembles you. I want to fly my wings and I want to do my own life. Okay. So I went and I did advertising marketing. I worked for several years in corporate business, bureaucrat, etc. And then when my third child went to school, I decided to go back to the restaurant arena, to the food. Naturally. And then a few years later, after all that training, I decided to do a book. And obviously, when you do a book, you have to have beautiful photography. And my father told me, why don't you do the photos yourself? I said, no, I need a professional photographer, etc. He wasn't convinced. Anyway, like in life, you are meant to meet people that will change your life. I met somebody called Raymond Yazbek, who changed my life because he taught me to become a professional photographer without knowing it. Okay, so he went around for his book, and I went around for my book. We did it for 2 years. And I had been doing photography since the age of 15 too, but you know, like the photography, you have the eye or you don't. So I had the eye, but I didn't have the technical aspect. So I learned from him. And
The pictures are all from you?
yes, so Manouche, Raymond helped me, and then he said, no, you have to do your own photography, and he pushed me to do my own photography, which I don't think anybody else would have done. One. Two, so he's been like a brother to me. And two, Moune, I did it by myself. And then now I'm doing, yeah, I love it. Like any other project, at the beginning, it's very hard because you're learning. And it took me 2 years to do Manouche, which is not that long. I think a book should take about 2 years when it's about 200 pages. It was a very good experience. There were ups and downs. It was very stressful, but it was very, very exciting. It's like giving birth. It's a long process. 2 years, the first one. For Moune, it took 5.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, Moune is a huge book. Yeah.
The Lebanese food heritage seems to be very important to you.
Yes.
What inspired you to choose Moune as a topic of your book?
Moune is an important aspect of our culinary heritage, and I thought that we have to make it easy for people to have access to the recipes, because some people don't have grandmothers or mothers that are still doing it, and we have to keep it alive. I need to keep this culinary heritage alive. It's part of who we are. That's why. I think here it gained a lot of popularity, and outside too, because people appreciate our food, and more outside. It's
Lebanese,
amazing.
or not only
Yes,
Lebanese?
Middle Eastern, Lebanese, especially Lebanese. Yeah. So I'm very proud. For example, I worked in a restaurant in Seattle, Washington called Mamnoon, and I was their consultant. And now it has become the best restaurant in Seattle for this year. So I'm so proud that our Lebanese heritage has gained recognition abroad.
You're spreading it.
Yeah, not only me, I mean our food. Yeah, our food.
Who is your role model in the culinary arts?
Alice Waters. Yeah, she's definitely, why? Because in her simple way of bringing simple ingredients to life. And actually I went and I did a training in her restaurant, and it was one of the most exciting experiences.
For how much time?
For a week. Yeah, I did it this summer. Yeah,
I saw the picture maybe on, did you put something on Facebook?
Yes, I did.
You are an author, photographer, food consultant and TV host. Which one of those do you identify most with?
All of them. All of them, yes, all of them. Because I used to love to do my shows. I used to have fun. It was great. And I didn't think I was on TV. I just did it for the sake of doing it and having fun. And I loved it, yeah.
Can you tell us about your latest book, Meze?
Yes, Meze is a book that, so it was a 2-year project, and today I have one book that I will show the audience at the fair. And what I wanted, each book is like a baby, so I wanted Meze to be different from the ones that I did before, and I wanted to do something different. I didn't want photography because I didn't want to show like a plate of hummus with the recipe. It's been done, and you have 101 books about meze and the hummus and the picture. So I decided to pursue somebody that would draw. So I found this beautiful artist. Her name is Pascal Harris. She did the illustrations for me, and it was a real labor of love. We worked on it for a year together. It will be launched on the 28th of November, and I chose that date because it's Thanksgiving in America to give thanks.
You are a member of Slow Food. You are very passionate about it, and can you explain to us what it stands for and why this cause means so much to you?
Yes, so Slow Food, I was introduced to it in 2006, and it changed my life dramatically. I was introduced to it when we were invited, like 35 Lebanese, to go and experience Terra Madre. What is good about Slow Food, it's like the Greenpeace of food. So what we're doing is like keeping culinary heritage all over the world alive and treating the earth in a good way when you're planting or when you're treating with people with food. So their logo is good, clean and fair. So what better way to show that you care about something? Yeah.
I would like to thank you.
Habibti. Habibti. Thank you. Bon, yalla, on va là-bas.
J'espère que j'ai fait une bonne journée.